black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain, black hole sun. What is up, everybody? Hunter, Lost Socket Garage. How the hell are you? It's been a couple of weeks. Man, we had the holidays and we had so many damn things to do. We're trying to kick out some cars around here and spend some time with the family. I hope that you had a wonderful holiday season. You ate too much food. You made some resolutions you're not going to probably keep. I hope you spent a lot of time with loved ones, etc. So we are back live this week. I have my lukewarm Tim Hortons coffee. Just getting used to Tim Hortons coffee, just in case, you know. So, first off, guys, feels like everything's kind of falling apart. You got part of the country on fire. You got the other half frozen. I hope y'all are staying safe out there. Wanted to take a second. Thoughts and prayers to the people in California right now that are going through it. Man, just like the footage that's coming out of there, it's crazy. I hope that all of you that are out that way are staying safe, listening to authorities, etc. And if you're close to that area, I hope that you can help. So this is definitely, a rough way to start the year for a lot of people. So when there is a lack or when there's a lot of bad stuff going on, it's a great time for compassion. So thoughts and prayers out to all of you being affected. I hope that maybe this show, if you are watching, can bring a smile to your face. Now, this show, some of you out there right now are like, what am I watching right now? This Lost Socket Garage, we take Mustang Coupes, we cut them in half, we turn them into Mustang Fastbacks, we catch a lot of shit for it, and we talk a lot of shit about it. This show is to answer all of your questions, say what's up, be close to our community, our awesome little community that we're building here, and the Mustang community coming out of Utah. And we want to bring you actual details about pricing. If you're new to Mustangs, there are some that are worth a lot of money, and there's some that are worth not a lot of money, and there's a discrepancy there, and there's a lot of confusion out there. So we're here to bring you our humble ideas on what Mustangs are currently worth, give you some thoughts as far as the live listings, what they're actually worth, some good deals, some things to look out for if you're looking for fastbacks, coupes, convertibles, or coupes that you want to turn into fastbacks. Now, we do provide services. A lot of these are going to be fairly local to us here in Salt Lake City. But if it is close to us, I'm more than happy to go look at these listings because these are live listings. I'm literally just picking these out, so I'm going to be all over the place today, guys. Disclaimer, though, I really shouldn't have to say this, but I do anyway. I'm just giving you guys my humble opinion. You still need to go out there and do your due diligence. Period. That being said, where do we pull pricing data from? Now, the hard part is there's so many like classified ads, or there's like Facebook forums or groups, etc. that I'm banned from a couple of them now because I like to share this show to get the word out on it a little bit, to raise price awareness. Whatever, guys. I totally lost where the shit I was going from. Okay, so pricing data is strewn across everywhere. So what I found a couple of months ago, and we're not sponsored by Classic.com or anyone for that matter. So everything that you see on this show is something that I've found or we've found helpful or products that we use. And we're not sponsored by anybody. So keep that in mind. Classic.com is a resource that I found that they just pile a bunch of data together from all the different auction sites like Hemmings and Bring a Trailer and dude, there's like hundreds that they compile all this pricing data from. They show you the live listings, but they also graph out the pricing and give you averages. So for example, let's take our first car of the day, which is going to be a Let me get to the main screen here. Now you guys can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so this is classic.com. This is the first car that we are looking at today. Say what's up in the chat. Say hello to me, people. Am I just talking to air? Am I talking to AI? Hello, AI. All right. So the first one we're looking at today is a 67 Mustang Coupe. I'm telling you guys right now, this price is ridiculous. This is, but like, let's back this up with some data, okay? Coupes are not worth $51,000. Rarely ever. Like, we're talking very rare coupes might be worth that. So I'm curious to see what this has in it that they, like, it looks beautifully restored, but let's get into the actual value. 67 coupe. So let me find the 67. That's GT. Okay. Hardtop coupe. Okay, so basically what we're looking at here is the data from, this one sold at Barrett Jackson, this one sold at Mecum, this one sold Bring a Trailer, this one sold another Mecum, etc. So it compiles all of this pricing data, right? And if you hover over the dots, you can actually go through and like view the listings. But long story short, and I'm kind of a data nerd a little bit, long story short, based off of 240 sales over the last 5 years on all of these websites, the average price of a coupe is $23,000. That's the data. Now, again, this is not taking into account all the private sales and, like Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. That's not taking that data into account. But I'd have to think that stuff sold privately and on Facebook Marketplace, or like KSL that we're looking at right now, is actually going to be sold for less as it is. So $23,000. So let's see why they think this one is worth a lot more. Stunning 1967 Ford Mustang GT Resto Mod featuring a meticulous body-off frame restoration. This classic is powered by a rebuilt 289 V8 engine, upgraded. I don't need to read more. Like, it has a 289 in it, and they want to sell it for 50 grand? Kragers, who doesn't have it? Kragers, additionally, floor pans have been replaced. Okay, so this looks like a really solid resto mod at first glance. Love that exhaust. That's a beautiful color, too. Someone say what's up in the comment section or the chat section. Say hello. Tell me where you're from, where you're watching from. I mean, this looks like a really solid resto mod, guys. Honestly. But, like, 289, it's not even a 351. It's not a Cleveland. It's not a Windsor. It's not an LS. It's not a Coyote. 50 grand, in my opinion, is terribly, terribly steep for this coupe. Okay? Better options for less out there. On to a 66. Now, guys, a 66 coupe, honestly, most of the coupes all the way through 70 are fetching about the same price. Let me know in the chat if you want me to actually like go into classic.com and show you those. But like most of it is, I think the 66 coupes are like 25, 67 coupes are like 23. But for restored running driving coupes, you're looking at about $20,000 to $25,000. That's a sweet spot. That's the price range we want to be in. Wesley, what's up, dude? Hanging out in Eagle Mountain. Hey, Eagle Mountain. That's so far out there. I remember when Eagle Mountain was like 3 houses. Back in my day, Eagle Mountain was 3 houses. 1966 Ford Mustang. We're in a solid price range. If this is a running and driving car, let's take a look at the description. 280 V8. It's been bored out and rebuilt. Everything else under the hood is brand new. Dual exhaust. It's sweet. Guys, it's sweet. And pretty loud. And throaty. Interior's missing a few screws. I love this price point. I really do. This is on KSL, so it's probably close to me too. Okay, so what I'm looking through right now, I'm looking for rust. Okay, a $10,000 Mustang Coupe. It's a good deal. It runs, it drives, it's rebuilt. Dude, there's got to be some rust in it, and that's why it's so cheap. I'm not seeing really any issues though. I tell you what, guys, this. Ooh, look at that interior. The interior looks good. Where is this thing? It's pony interior. That's brand new stuff. That looks like it's from TMI. I'm not seeing any rust here. Again, it could just be coating, but you know, this is why you go out and you get yourself a little handy dandy magnet and you go over trouble spots with a magnet before you buy it. It's a solid deal, guys. This is in Lehigh. It's a bit of a drive for me, guys, but if you're interested, this would actually be a solid candidate for just a Sunday driver to cruise around in a Mustang. Like, this is a very good deal. It needs a paint job and a little bit, like the floor pans, we'd really need to kind of look at those, but everything else looks really solid. So this is a solid candidate for a daily driver. It's in the right price range. It's also a really good candidate for a fastback conversion. So if you want us to turn this into a fastback for you, we would charge $15,200 for metal and labor. Now that pricing is accurate as of right now, $1925. That's metal and labor. So basically, you would need some glass, a couple of interior bits, etc. But you know, you have a running driving 66 fastback for around 27 grand that needs a paint job and some glass. Like, that's a solid deal. I like that. Good deal on the 66. Let's see, 69. Giggity. This one I've shown a couple of times before. This is going to be a really solid buy for a Lego build. Okay, so if this is something where you're okay building this thing for like the next 6 months and realizing that you're missing 25 to 37% of the car, this would be a solid buy for you. Basically, this guy bought it thinking it was going to be thinking it was a Mach 1. It wasn't a Mach 1, but he has everything to complete it, which means he probably has like 80%. But at 14 grand for a 69 fastback, solid buy. This has been on here for a few weeks. Actually, I think it's been on probably like a month or two now. Salt Lake, this is not far from me. If you're in the market for a 69 fastback Lego kit car, this would be a solid buy for you. I'm more than happy to take a look. Get you some more detailed pictures. Again, right here, when you take off your bumper support mounts, this is always rusted, so that the fact that this just looks like surface rust, a lot of these things can be fairly indicative of what the rest of the car is going to look like. You know, drop in right there, but this looks pretty solid. So most of this looks surface rust. I mean, honestly, what I would do while you're going to need a new quarter, might be some rocker damage right here. Honestly, what I would do is buy this car and have it sandblasted, and then you're probably a couple grand into metal work on this. Solid buy for a 69 fastback. Coming in at $14,000. This is a finished 69 fastback. Notice the price difference here, 55 grand. It's a pretty solid price. The issue is this car has been on for a couple of months, and the dude won't put up more than like 3 or 4 pictures, and the description is just, I'll put up more pictures later. But he never does. If you're watching this, put a description up. Okay, 66 for 15 grand. Pardon me. Let's see. Engine accessories are currently taken off. When completed, it will have nearly 400 horse. Resto mod. Valve 8 didn't show any compression. Okay. So this, again, would be a Lego. This needs to be rebuilt, put back together. Solid buy at 15 grand, though, because you're really probably... And again, not for a coupe to fastback conversion. I would say that 15 grand's too heavy. But if you're looking for just a cruiser coupe, solid buy. You're going to be into it another few grand to get it running driving, most likely. This one, I show this one. I think people are a little bit scared of this one. Not really for any terribly great reason. So this is a 68 Mustang, clean title Mustang. It needs some additional metalwork. This was a coupe. We know who converted it to a coupe. I would say that for this price point, it is an outstanding buy. My only caution is bring it to me after you buy it. I'm also more than happy to go take a look at this in person. But this is a dumb good buy at 14 grand. It's already converted. This thing is going to need some additional metal work. Like I said, the Fastback metalwork part is done. New valances, headlight buckets, etc. Where the work is going to need to be done is in the trunk. This is not terrible. But, and again, some things need to be cleaned up. I would need to take a look at it, kind of go through it. There is some additional rust a little bit in, let's see, I think it's the battery tray up here. So there's a few things that need to be done on this car, but at 14 grand, guys, this is honestly, it's a fucking no-brainer. Again, this is local to me, and I actually know who's selling this car. I'm not getting commission on it or anything like that. I just think it's a bomb deal. Someone should buy it. Moving on. I love cars in the desert. Like, I could just take this picture and hang it on my wall at home. But then what would happen is I would go home and I would look at this on the wall and I'd be like, wow, that's picturesque. And then I would walk into the shop in the morning and see the exact same fucking thing except on a lift. Maybe I don't want rusted cars at home. 66 Ford Mustang base. It's a project, if you couldn't tell, not much of a roller. I think it would be more of a faller, if anything else. 289, my mother-in-law was the second owner of this beautiful beast. This beautiful beast. It has been sitting in Pahrump, Nevada. Pahrump, like Pahrump, Nevada. Yes, where do you live, sir? I live in Pahrump, Nevada. For the last 45 years. I have no idea where that is. It's in Nevada. I hope it's a festive town, too. I feel like you have to be. There's a shit ton of rust on this car. I mean, I think at the price... Ooh, the seats actually don't look terrible. I mean, there's some salvageable stuff on here. The dash doesn't... Well, I mean, the dash pad looks bad, but all of this stuff looks fairly good. Depending on if it has the Flintstone mod or not. In other words, if it needs a new floor. But at $5,500, yeah. I mean, if you're close to Pahrump, Nevada, I would definitely go take a look at this. This would be a solid candidate for a coupe to fastback conversion. This would be way too far gone for probably just like your average coupe restoration. Because you'd put a lot. You'd put 30 grand into this car probably fairly easily. And again, it's only worth like 23. So solid candidate there. All right, let's get Tokyo Drift in this bitch. What in the Buddy Club body kit fucking shit is this? Is this on... Was this on like Import Tuner magazine? I have some Import Tuner magazines. If anyone else knows what that is, give me like a thumbs up in the chat, because I used to that and D Sport magazine. Oh my god, I was so happy when those would come out. Okay, I got to read this one first before another 50 grand coupe, and it's a 65. Okay. Over $60,000 invested. Clean title, less than 2,000 miles on the entire build. Details are in the photos. Okay. That's not an Eleanor body kit, by the way. That's a Need for Speed Underground, but like, I don't remember if it was like Need for Speed Underground where you could like start making your own body kits or not, but like this, that's what this reminds me of. Like you could give it big old fucking nostrils and shit. There's a throwback for you gamers. Need for Speed Underground. I actually really do like the paint. I'm not gonna lie. Do I like the paint? I don't know. Let me know what you think here in the chat. Tell me what you think about this car. I'm gonna tell you what I think about the price right now, and the price is what the hell? God damn it, Bobby! Did someone get into the goddamn plastic dip again? I don't know. I've never seen. This is interesting. Huh. I want to know your thoughts on this rear valance right here. Because normally, if you look at the back of your Mustang, there's basically, there's a rear valance right here that kind of connects, but a lot of this is wide open. So this looks like a kind of like a modern style Mustang valance. So that's interesting. I'm still waiting for the details. Oof, carried over the paint. Oh man, that looks good. It's pretty. I am not hating on this ride. I am not a hater. I mean, center console, all of this shit is probably TMI, brand new. It has toggle switches and a fire extinguisher. I take it back. It's worth 50 grand. I apologize. I take back everything I have been saying. Oh my God. These are the details. 347 stroker and a bunch of stuff that's new, apparently. Oh, check that out. Wow. That and guys, if you're wondering, this is not like, this is a custom body kit. I don't know. I haven't seen this one before because this is not an Eleanor body kit. Like the exhaust doesn't flare out like that much. That's the rockers are wrong, the front end's wrong. Let's see, exterior. All metal body done by famous car designer from the ATV show. Y'all are fucking ridiculous, man. This is Pimp My Ride. This is a Pimp My Ride car. Don't ever buy a Pimp My Ride car. Ever, ever, ever. Now, Hunter, I'm watching this show to find out the value of that car. Is it worth $50,000? No. Dude, it's not. Not even. Like, you have to be so in love with exactly what that car is to spend 50 grand on it. It's damn ridiculous. 64. Oh, I love this color combo. What are we? 65 Mustang GT. This is a real GT, I bet. 35 grand. Beauty 4-speed manual transmission. Rare bluish green gray exterior and completely red interior. Wow. It's pretty. I got to be real, like, you have to be really in love with this car. This is a car I would pull the Marty report on just to see if it came with anything cool. Some of that stuff looks aftermarket. This is a super clean ride, though. Real GT. It's got that GT valance. I love the color combination, man. That is dope. 35 grand. I'm not gonna lie. For this one, I'd be a little tempted. Drifty Bits, what's up, baby? You out at the airport? Seen any drones yet? Too soon. 68 coupe for $36,000. Let's see what we're working with here for $36,000. Again, we want to be in like 23, 25 is like my top for a coupe, to be honest with you. This one, we're off to an interesting start, though. This is in Kaysville. Guys, if you want me to go look at these cars for you, I'm happy to do it. As long as it's, like, fairly close. As long as you'll pay me to do it. Some form of payment. Ask Cancer Grass. 68 Mustang has been completely overhauled. All mechanical has been updated and improved, including engine, transmission, suspension, blah, 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 blah. 289 air car. 289 air car, $36,000. Tinted windows, you don't see that a lot. Most, in case you guys don't know, most tent places won't tint old windows, and I don't remember why. Some tent guy like explained it to me, but I've been hitting the head a lot, and I've had a lot of whiskey, so I don't really remember. There's a scientific reason why they don't tint old glass. Again. Beautiful, beautiful ride. I don't love this. They were doing good until they threw in the DVD player. I don't know about... I'm not sold on double din players in Mustangs. I don't know. What the hell did they get these seats out of, though? It's like, it's really well done, guys. It's a beautiful car. The question is... Ooh, it's got 10s in the back. That's not the question. That flaw, like a few flaws in the paint. Okay. So looking at this, guys, my belief, and you'll hear me say this if you watch our other videos and stuff, a car is worth what someone will pay for it. That's it. But based on data, is this car worth $36,000 even though it's really, 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 really pretty? No. Better deals. Better deals. Let's take a look at a convertible. What's up, Ragtop? Mile High. I'm not yucking on someone else's yum, but I just can't do the all red interior. Just hard on it. Hard on the eyes. Mile High, it is. And speaking of Mile High, just gonna switch hats here. Go Broncos, baby. Oh yeah. I can't even tell you how close I was to buying a ticket to Buffalo this weekend. Oh my god. Okay, so convertibles are a different story. When we look at kind of the pecking order as far as valuation of Mustangs, your fastbacks are always going to be the most expensive. Your convertibles are going to be the second most expensive, and they're the ones that are going to be in like the 30-35 grand range. And we're talking like running, driving, done. Okay, and then your coupes are going to come in more around the 20 grand range. In fact, we can take a look here. Make sure I'm keeping on schedule. That is the hard top. We don't want that the hard top. What was I looking at? 65. I have no idea what language I was just speaking. I mean, you don't like the hooker red interior of the Foxes. Huge fan of the... Dude, red interior is intense, man, especially when it, like, leather. So I had a 84 Fox body. It was a GT 350. It was the rare one when Shelby sued Ford because they ripped off the GT 350 out of contract. Whatever. Like, it was T-top, dope car. But it was all red interior. It only came in white with red cloth interior. And that was manageable because it wasn't so fucking shiny. But if you, like, clean the interior of a red leather car, it's like... I don't know. It's uncomfortable for me. I feel like I'm in like a red room, you know? Like I need a safe word to drive into that fucking car. Okay, so 651 convertibles. This is 65 and 66. 65 or 651 have sold over the last 5 years. The average price on them, 36 grand. That's the sales data, okay, from the auction websites. We're in the price range here. So, again, this is an Orem. I'll drive out and look at it for you if you want me to, if you're not in Utah. 65 convertible. Let's see, runs excellent. Bought it in 1986. Restored, rebuilt the engine, redid the paint. Wimbledon white, pony interior. Man, this is pretty. It's probably a 289. Man, that is clean. Guys, if you're after... white valve. Okay, I've shown this one because this picture made me so damn angry. Great deal at 30 grand. Don't paint your valve covers white. Or your carb hat. Don't do it. Don't paint it white. You know? Like, it's gonna get dirty. You're gonna pop it open. You're gonna have to clean it all the damn time. It's gonna be oil all over your white valve covers. Damn ridiculous. Like, it's pretty, but, like, if you're going to drive it, come on. Shimon. Shimon leap. Looks like everything works, guys. 30 grand for this. I mean, we're right in the zone. We're, like, 30, 35 grand. If you're looking for a 65 convert, it's a solid buy. Made the playoffs. Playoffs? Playoffs? Yes, we did. Dumb question, my good sir. Can you fastback a convertible? Yeah. Great question. Actually, not a dumb question at all. I get that question a lot. In fact, I'm surprised they didn't make my FAQ video that I wrote. Like, I just said that like someone out like, oh, I wonder why they didn't put that in the FAQ video. I did the FAQ. Okay. Yes, you can. But since we were just talking about the value, there's a little bit less of a value proposition to do that, essentially, because if you have a convertible, a lot of times you don't find really beat up convertibles a whole hell of a lot. From a financial perspective, since the convertibles are still worth sometimes, you know, like we saw, 30, 35, maybe even 40 grand, a lot of times it makes sense to keep your convertible a convertible. Now, if you got the convertible for free, there are a couple of like advantages to a convertible. They have the extra brace, they have a thicker gauge floor, they have both torque boxes like off the bat. So structurally speaking, it makes a lot of sense to turn a convertible into a fastback. Financially speaking, not so much. And people will hate you for it. You want to get roasted? Turn a convertible into a fastback. Like, whoever brings me the first convertible that we turn into a fastback, I'm just not going to take a video of it. I don't have the bandwidth to deal with that much hate. All right. Guys, our YouTube channel that you're watching on right now, we're almost at 10,000 subs, and it's so awesome. And I'm going to do a live show, you know, our live show when we hit 10,000 subs. It's going to be a special one. I don't know what I'm going to do for it yet, but hopefully it's soon. I'm just, I'm pumped. I'm glad, you know, that you guys are supporting us. It makes us, you know, it makes me really, really happy. So if you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing. If you haven't already, it's the easiest way to support the channel. Like, comment. We're actually now over on Rumble. And for those of you that don't know what Rumble is, it's okay, because I didn't either. But in an effort to, you know, reach more people, etc., there's a very small viewership over on Rumble for automotive stuff, but thought I'd throw some videos up there. So if you guys are on Rumble, I have one video on there. Go over and like and subscribe. I'm still figuring that shit out, but like, you know, do the stuff over there and help support us over there. Big deal. They actually pay us a little bit more, but that's not saying a lot if there's no traffic. So go like us over on Rumble. Supporting the channel further, we have some merch coming. We're going to do hats. I almost pointed at this one. That's Bronco's hat. We're going to be doing more Lost Socket Garage hats, shirts, hoodies. That's coming down the pike. But honestly, just like a big thank you. I can't wait to hit 10,000 subs. It's a big milestone for us. Also, Wes, did you send me a Okay. I'm getting a live text message from Wes. Tell your viewers if they buy the 67, they'll get a $2,000 discount. Oh, Wes, what the Fraggle Rock, bro? Okay, so only for the viewer, you have to say Lost Socket Garage. You have to tell Wes Lost Socket Garage. Okay, I told you I knew the dude who who's selling this. $2,000 discount if you guys buy this car and you do the work through us. I just got that text message. That's live on air. This just in. Oh my God, I missed the ultimate. I could have just said, this just in, live on air for the first time and only time in my life. Me, dude. Fluffing son of a biscuit. Okay. This part of the show, I wanted to give you kind of an update on where we're at with the shop and everything like that. Some projects that we have coming down the pipeline. If you guys saw the last reel we put out, we have a pretty cool one. We have a 64.5 in the shop right now that we're doing floor pans and floor to firewall patches on and some other metal work. It's in pretty rough shape. The cool thing about it, though, is it's number 451 to come off the assembly line on day 3 in San Jose. So it's 451st car made out of San Jose. So that's pretty cool. And it's a friend of the shop's daughter's car, and she wants to keep it a coupe because of that, which is just so awesome. So we have the privilege of, I'll take some pictures of it and stuff, but we're doing a full floor on it. We're doing the floor to firewall patches, etc. So that's fun. We're wrapping that up. We got the 69 Dynacorn body in that I still have to schedule time to find another 69. That's actually, I have one, but I want to do a comparison on the Dynacorn bodies because apparently things have changed. I did a video on Dynacorn bodies, if they're worth it or not, and we hadn't had one in yet. And if you haven't watched it yet, go check it out on our channel. I kind of break down pros and cons and a lot of like the pricing information that's involved. And we actually got a 69 body in here sitting on the floor right now. I just have to find, which, like I said, I found a 69 to do some comparison measurements, so I can say, yeah, it's worth it, or no, this is shit. But apparently, what I've been told is their their manufacturing was in Thailand, but now their assembly is in Thailand again as well. Which, from the looks of the body, it looks good. Like, it's seam sealed. It looks quality. So I got to do a breakdown on that soon. We are finishing up the conversion on the Golden Nugget. I'm so pumped. Looks great. Derry's finishing welding and cleaning it up right now. So we're filming that video. That's going to get back on the jig in a couple of days. We have like an influx of cars coming in. We got like 3 more cars coming in that we're doing conversions on. It's nuts, but I'm trying to get out videos. So I should have a video out next week that's probably going to be about Oscar. That's out the door here in a couple days. And then the Nugget video after that. Yeah, and then like I said, merchandise is coming. Hoodies, hats. Let me know what you guys would like to see us do. If you have content ideas. Also, bro, a segment that I missed that I just stopped doing. I talk like this show's been going on for 2 years. It's been going on for like 6 months or whatever. But a segment that I really liked was viewer submitted videos. So if you have a viewer submitted video, dude, it's right there, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. If you have a project car or a car that you're passionate about, it doesn't have to be Mustangs. A car that you're passionate about, shoot a 2 to 3 minute video on it. Tell me why you love it. Tell me a little bit about it. Submit it, and I'll air it live on this show. I want to see what cars you guys have. Because as some of you know, I'm not much of a Mustang guy myself. Moving on. Now we're on a marketplace. Marketplace is fun. Let's take a look at a 69 Mustang Coupe for 10 grand. Where is this bad boy? Garden Valley, California. 10 grand. 302. Let's see. Selling my Mustang Coupe. Have lots of parts listed on last slide. Wait. Am I missing the last? Okay. Have lots of parts listed on last slide. This is the last slide. Right? This is the second to last slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's not a lot of parts. 10 grand though. You'd have to hit this guy up. You don't know if it's running and driving. You don't know shit about this car out of this listing. So this could be a really good deal. If it runs and drives, it's a hella good deal at 10 grand. And it's even a good deal for a coupe to fastback conversion. Honestly. All right, 70. Let's take a look at a 70 coupe. Oh, Lord. I don't know what that man was doing. Baby Boo Coupe, 1970 with factory 302. Automatic transmission, factory power steering 2. Decent condition. Runs but would have it towed to destination. Running, driving 70 coupe. I got ruined. Ugh. That is so ugly. Okay, based off of the last 3 pictures. Okay, so we got picture 1, picture 2 and picture 3, give me like an over-under of how much acid you think has been done inside of this vehicle. Give me a ballpark. Moving on. 66, 4,200 bucks. Okay, so let's talk about price range when looking at a coupe to fastback conversion. Okay, so coupe to fastback conversion, the pricing is a little bit different depending on what year, as far as what we charge. However, when you're looking for a donor for a coupe to fastback conversion, it kind of breaks down into two different categories. The first category is you want a donor that's just a roller. You want a clean title coupe where the bottom half of it is pretty much together and the VIN number's still on it. That you want to be around $4,000 to $8,000 for. That's typically the price range that you're going to fall into for a rolling coupe. Now, this is a coupe that's going to look like this and worse. This actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would for $4,000. Oh, it's in Silver Springs, Nevada, desert car. It's a 6-cylinder car. You have some rotted carpets. So given the floor, but like the condition of the floor, this would be something to look at. Really to identify how much metalwork needs to be done. But this as it sits is a really, really solid price point and a great condition for a coupe to fastback conversion. Now that kind of fits into the first category that we're talking about. $4,000 to $8,000, you want a roller, clean title. The second category for coupe to fastback conversion, kind of where you want to aim as far as a donor, is running driving. Okay, running driving, you want to be in like the 10 to top end $15,000 range. 10 to $15,000 running, driving, clean title coupe. The advantages to buying, running, and driving is that after we finish the coupe to fastback, or after you finish the coupe to fastback conversion, you're driving a fastback. You're running and driving a fastback, right? With a paint job, basically. So you get to carry over a lot of those parts. A lot of those parts are extra thrown on top as a donor, right? Those cars are typically a little bit more well kept and they have less metalwork that needs to be done to them. So it's typically a cleaner swap. And let's say that you bring me a running driving 67 Mustang Coupe, okay? I'm going to charge you $13,700 to convert that into a 67 Fastback. You're going to spend another, $10,000 in paint. Let's say that you spend $10,000 on a running driving coupe. You're at $23,700 after the conversion. You're at $33,700 after paint. Again, these are ballparks, guys. Panels, glass, you're a few grand after that. So, I mean, you're running, driving, painted fastback for $40,000, under $40,000. It's a good deal. We need to find a real fastback. There's just not a lot of fastbacks listed right now. Like 67, 68 fastbacks listed. Like, are we going to get to any? Shit, man. This is live, by the way, so you know. Oh, here's one. Okay, we'll look at that here in a second. So I've looked at some of these cars before, but that's because I've had them on the show before. Phoenix, Arizona. Boss 302. Selling one owner V8 Mustang rings. Great. My loss, your gain. This is on the top end of what I would pay for a running driving coupe. Dash is jacked up. Yeah, I think he's heavy on this. Yeah, I think he's heavy on this at 17.5. If he'd let this go for like 12, that's where I'd be. I'd be happier on this. Clean title though. Let's see. Thornton, Colorado. Let's try to find. Oh, when I was saying running and driving, by the way, you're looking at 10 to 13 grand. I don't mean running and driving with the 6-cylinder. I mean running and driving with like a 289 or 351, 302. If it has a 6-cylinder, it's junk automatically. Like, well, it's not junk. Like the whole car is not junk, but the motor is yeet in the bin. as Mighty Car Mods would say. Nah, I got a good 67 Mustang Coupe for sale. Runs and drives. Engine has been rebuilt. 302. Body is mainly surface rust. Interior is good. Okay. 15 grand. So fenders need to be replaced. Again, not a biggie. This all looks fairly well done. Big ass radiator. Yeah, running and driving. This one would probably be it'd be right on the top end of what I'd be willing to spend for a coupe to fastback conversion. This as a coupe, that's a great deal. Needs a paint job though. Paint job's going to cost you 7 to 10 grand. You're back at that 20 to 23 range of what a coupe is actually worth. So this one, not bad, not bad. Don't hate it. Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal, guy. Oh, man. It is cold as shit out here right now. BT dubs. How cold is it at the airport? Drifty. Let's look at this 66. Hold up. 65 Ford Mustang, Fox Body 5.0 and 5-speed manual swap. Ooh, 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 ooh. I like it. If you couldn't tell, I like it. 13.5, it's already swapped with a 5.0, and it's this clean? Fuck off. The dash is like when you guys are doing a coupe to fastback conversion, and again, I know I'm talking about coupe to fastback. As a coupe, great deal. Coupe to fastback conversion, it's an even better deal because you get to keep this front half of the car. Like your door cards stay the same, your dash, your seat, your front seats, all of this shit stays the same. Your windshield, so this is all bonus stuff, man. 13.5 is a solid. If you guys are close to Peoria, Arizona, how many isn't there a Peoria like Iowa or Ohio or something out that direction? I did so good in geography. That's a great deal, guys. Someone should get that. If you an AZ, yo. I like the start here. Dynomat, which means this has been gone through. 13 grand. I will not respond to if it's available. If it is published, it is available. Why are people so angry in there? Like, I get it. I sell a lot of stuff on like KSL and Facebook and, stuff like that. And I get a little like frustrated, with people. Is it available? Is it available? But like, don't be a dick about it. Nah, mean. Ooh. I don't see enough black Mustangs. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so an interesting question just popped into my brain. I'm trying to think if we've converted a black Mustang. Derry! Let me know if you remember if we've converted a black Mustang. I don't think we have. Seriously, I don't think we've ever converted a black Mustang. What am I missing? That's crazy. Solid deal, 13 grand. Oh, just kidding. 6-cylinder car. I mean, it's it's a well done 6-cylinder car, but there's nothing to this car when you hit the gas. Unfortunately, not worth it. Moving on. Thanks, Derry. Derry says we have not, so we have not. No, I really don't think we've done a black coupe before. What just happened? Okay. Let's see, 67. So 8 grand. Again, this is the top of where I'm at to pay for a roller. Roller meaning no motor, no trans, just a rolling body. Clean title, VINs in the car, blah 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 blah. Right. The description is definitely a project car. Is that the same car? Dude, I thought that was... It's pink. I want it. Okay, people. Does it come with a motor? If it comes with a motor, this is a significantly better deal. But it just says definitely a project car. Oh, shit. Yeah, so if you are close to Las Vegas, Nevada, this could be a good buy. It depends on if it comes with all of this shit. At $8,000, if it comes with all of this shit, solid buy for a coupe to fastback conversion. Again, see, this is what I would consider a long list of things that comes with the car. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a long list of stuff that comes with the car. Not 9 items. Has a built motor. 79 351 Windsor. Pro comp 64cc heads. Comp cams. Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Someone needs to buy this. It's close to Vegas. How's no one buy? Yeah, okay, so buy this in Vegas. Send it up to us here in sunny 38-degree Salt Lake City, Utah. Can we look at a fluff and fast? Ooh, let's take a look at this. Okay. Shit, we're running out of time. This is what happens when I don't like script stuff. I waffle. I'm a waffler. But hey, there's a... Fuck, dude. People ask why fastbacks are this expensive. Like, fastbacks are this expensive. It is what it is. Like, you go... I guarantee you, if this is listed on any of the Facebook groups, people have a bunch of laugh emojis and shit. But, dude, fastbacks are this expensive. Especially when they come with a Coyote. Mustang 2 front suspension. Ooh, is that an MTF kit? It might be an MTF kit. No, maybe not. No, that's not an MTF kit. Oh, damn, it comes with a pedal assembly, gauges. Oh, this is a full swap. Yo! Okay, so 69 Mustang Fastback. Project car, 12 grand. Oh, okay, so he's selling everything separate. So he's selling the Mustang for 12 grand, but you can buy the whole damn thing for 35. That's a fucking good deal. Like, as long as the rest of this shit's, like, holding together. But it looks like the vast majority of, like, the metal work has been done. Let's look at their... Yeah, like... I like this. This is hot. This would be fun. 35 grand? Coyote-swapped? Already? Yeah. That's a deal I'll take. Shit, is it already 450? It's 452? Okay, let's look at an actual fastback. Well, the last one was an actual fastback. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Did he cover every single window of his garage door in Mustang photos so that people could not look? I like it. This guy has made his vision board his vision garage, and I love everything about that. 1967 Ford Mustang. This is a real fastback, right? 428, 4-speed, 9-inch. What's up, baby? For 50 grand. Custom primer paint job. So it needs paint. Already has disc brakes. Okay. The dynamic changes. The advice changes when you're buying real fastbacks. Okay? Because if you need quarter panel work or rocker work or torque box work or inner structure work, it's a different animal than if we're tearing a coupe in half. Because if we're tearing a coupe in half, we're already in there. We're cutting out inner structure already. We're already cutting out, sometimes inner wheel wells, etc. We can do all that stuff while we're in there. If you are buying a real fastback, you have to be very careful about the metalwork that needs to be done. Because the labor that you put into metalwork in a fastback, you're paying top dollar to pay again top dollar to have more metalwork done. So just be careful. This one does not look like it needs it. This is all in primer, so most likely all the metalwork has been done. These are the worrisome spots right back here, because when you pop your trunk, you have the drop down. Okay, so where it drops down and meets the quarter panel right there, that seam, any water that ever gets into your trunk, any condensation that ever gets into your trunk, drips down into that area. So this seam right here is so fluffing important to look at. This is why. This is the so this is the drop down. Looks like they have a rear mounted battery and they mounted it crooked. So you will, again, this is the metal work that we have to concentrate on here. I don't know what this piece is weird. I don't think that is not supposed to be there. I don't know what that is, but you do have rust in the rear support here. It looks like your bumper support's going to have rust. This is the drop down. Corners. So they repop these corners. This quarter panel extension comes on. This wouldn't be too, I'm sorry. I'm kind of like, I'm pausing out because I'm trying to figure out how easy it would be to fix this type of stuff. This would be a bit to patch. It kind of depends on what it looks like behind here, because this is the quarter panel extension right here. I would say if you were going to buy this, pop off the quarter panel extension. It's only 3 bolts, and look behind here and see how bad it is. Because if you have to replace all of this as well as the corner, I mean, for 50 grand, guys, you're like, ugh. Okay, so this is not considered part of the frame rail. A lot of people think that this is the frame rail. Technically, it's not. This is the frame rail. This is the Ford floor support. Frame rail connectors, however, do connect right at the back of this. So if you guys ever need to replace this, which most people do because of this wavy ass shit, people don't know how to use jack stands. Forward floor support. That's your helpful tip of the day. You're welcome. The floor looks good on this. That's just surface. Don't worry about that shit. Chris, what's up, dog? How we doing, baby? You didn't miss too much of it, man. I'm droning on. You know me, freestyling out here. Okay, so this is exactly the problem area. Like I was saying, be wary buying fastbacks. This is a problem area. If you're buying a coupe, there's going to be rust here too. But the difference is if you're doing a coupe to fastback conversion, I'm cutting all this shit off anyway, right? I'm cutting the drop down off, most likely. This seam is going to be rotted out. I'm fine. We do that repair anyway. But since this is already on a fastback, all of this shit needs to be replaced. Guaranteed the drop down does too. Oh, you can't, well, you can't really see it. This is his battery mount. Oh, quick performance 9-inch. I do love Quick Performance. They make awesome rear ends. So does Derry's mom. Oh! Shit. Oh, he has a Marty report. Guys, I think this is an awesome buy. Okay. Not awesome, but I think it's on the higher end of what you would pay for a fastback that needs metal work. I'd be more comfortable at 40 grand on this one. Okay, let's just put it that way. 40 grand on that one, I'm a lot happier, but it does have some really cool shit on it. So, which MIG welder would you go with to do all of the Rosetta welds? Rosetta welds? Spot welds? Plug welds? Would a Lincoln 140? I'd have to look at a Lincoln 140. I'll be honest. Most of the stuff that we do around here for MIG welding, I have a Harbor Freight welder, the titanium one, and I have a Matco welder. We're going to get another one. We're probably going to go with a Lincoln. That's going to be our next welder. We'll probably get that fairly soon. But honestly, man, I mean, we're a Matco welder. Most welders are fine with it. I mean, we've been using even a Harbor Freight welder. It works awesome. It's a little bit more finicky. But really any MIG welder you're pretty good to go with. But oh shit, Derry's mom's actually on this. Hi. Hey. Okay, moving on. So we're going to do our picks of the week. The first pick of the week is our shop pick of the week. This is where I pick a cool car that someone should buy. This thing, okay, 68 Ford Torino GT. This thing's dope as hell, man. And it's an Orem. I can go look at this for you. If this ad is up, it's still available. Whatever, dude. 68 Ford Torino GT. 351 Cleveland. 351 Cleveland swap with a C4, I believe. This thing is sick, man. So I was looking at the classic.com valuations of this car. Most of these end up selling for like 35 grand. So even as an investment car, this would be pretty dope because it's clean as shit. I don't know what seats these are. This looks like they're out of a Ford Explorer or something like that. But with a 351 Cleveland in it, like, this would be a solid deal. I didn't see this before, though. That could be an issue. The rust on that. If that's I can't tell if that's dirt or rust. If that's rust, that might be an issue. But for $4,500, this thing's bomb, man. This thing looks clean as shit. Torino GT, ladies and gentlemen, that thing is beautiful, and for $4,500 in a drive out to Orem, it could all be yours. All right, now next up. Did someone just dab? Did I get dab, bro? Dab. Okay, so this one is Derry's pick of the week. This is where Derry picks something out and I look at it live on air. He has weird taste in cars, man. Derry's pick of the week. Ow! All right, all right, all right. This is a 1980 Honda Prelude. How dare you? This thing is actually kind of sick. $3,800. This is in Lehigh. Can you imagine pulling up to In-N-Out Burger and getting, I would say, my third favorite burger and eating it in your 1980 Honda Prelude? Look at this. 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 New brake master cylinder, new clutch, new everything. Clean title, 187,000 miles. They just don't make them anymore. Oh, you lost me right there. Isn't this pretty for $3,800? I would do it. This is a first-gen Prelude. Actually, correct me in the comments. I think this actually is a first-gen Prelude. I don't think they made a generation before that. And if it comes with the wooden shift knob, I'm all over that like white on rice. Guys, if you made it this far, God bless you. Thanks for hanging out with us today. It's a rough time in the nation right now, so please be kind to everyone. If you enjoyed the show, like, subscribe, do the stuff. Consider tipping below or joining us over on Patreon, where you get to see all of our stuff a little bit early. That helps the show. Consider buying some merch when that comes out very, very soon. Until next time, I can't tell you guys this enough. It is a rough time, so be kind, be compassionate. Don't be a dick. Love thy neighbor and all that shit. And until next time, peace. Bye, Derry's mom.